and think before you speak, you know I stop. I think before I speak, you gotta stop and think before you speak. I know, you know, we smoking weed. Stop and think before you speak, you gotta stop and think before you speak. You gotta stop and think before you speak. I know, you know, we smoking weed. I need a Rolodex to write down my accomplishments, but give my props up to my pops and my accomplices. Whatever problem said, I solve it. I'm kicking out the coffin, finger licking good up in your hood just when I'm off it. My past not a topic for me. Enjoy the quest, I'm with the tribe, we call it ride for the team. My talent is mean, the green ain't important to me. I get to writing vivid pictures, give it out for the free. The young crack that stack at it, cool crook back at it, filling up the club to capacity. No passing me and grow. Putting all my fucking time in it, dirty doing work every time. I was diamond and prime and never have regret, cause I keep you down. I'm rolling with the best, how you keep your ground. Say it with your chest, never see no frown. Better swim when it's grim, cause if not you'll drown.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Degen Fantasy, January 13th, Tuesday. I was just dropping the link in the Discord so we can get everybody in here, because this is the show you don't want to fucking miss. Unfortunately, Admiral Brian is going to be missing it because he's courtside at his alma mater's fucking college basketball game, which apparently they're hoping. So good for Brian, but I'm very upset. He's going to miss this all-time fucking discussion about his fucking Eagles, but we'll get to that in a second. It's Rocky Prop, Double Down Dan. Getting into a lot today. I was personally thinking, Dan, I'm like, damn, do we really just like abuse Bri when he's on here? I'm not sure, because when he's not here, the show is also very informative. Like, we kind of just lock in, like we got the whole show planned out. Everything's nice. There might just be a lot to talk about today. I don't know. Some days, if there's not a lot to talk about, it's either shit on Rocky or shit on Bri.
I don't know if we shit on Bri repeatedly or abuse him or whatever the fuck, but I do know that he is a little bit of an instigator. I would say he likes to cause issues, and that tends to be why he gets abused. I'm not trying to say that we are like an abusive spouse, like he deserves the beatings or whatever the fuck, but I feel like out of all three of us, you kind of take the brunt of most of the shit. So I think Bri's fine with what he gets. Yeah, thank you, because I'm full screen and I don't. I got you. And that's another thing. Here's the thing. I'm coming off of Dan's a little. Listen. Dan was down bad. Sunday, after the Bills win, I tanked it. Got the flu stomach bug that's going around. This is the second straight week on a Monday. Coming into Monday, I'm throwing up out of both ends. So gotta love that. Dan's looking a little bit trimmed today. I think I lost a couple pounds, feeling good. But yeah, I was dying when it came to it. And last night was, I bet a couple things that hit. I posted the parlays that I bet in the chat. Those fucking hit. But I will say there was a lot of talk about how the Eagles are the best and how Bri just has the best team and how Josh Allen's the fake MVP and all this other fucking bullshit. Rocky Prop, I don't know if you saw, but Josh Allen completely took that game over and put the cape on again. And Bri's been a little fucking quiet. I will say that. A lot of crickets coming from the Philadelphia fan. Obviously, he's not here tonight. I can only imagine that was planned. He knew his team was trash as fuck and that they were going to fucking lose. Can't say the same about the Bills, Rock. The Bills don't fucking lose because we have a fucking MVP quarterback. Would like to invite Lilitz and Bri to suck big fat dicks and understand one thing. Jalen Hurts will never be Josh Allen. Jalen Hurts will never be as accomplished as Josh Allen. Jalen Hurts will never take over a game the way Josh Allen took over a game. Jalen Hurts won a Super Bowl off the back of Saquon Barkley, and the fact is this. They burned Saquon into the ground to win that one Super Bowl championship. And I listen, they're not going to win another one again. Sirianni's a trash-ass coach. Everybody on the fucking team hates him. AJ Brown can't wait to fucking leave. The fucking offense is broken. The defense couldn't do fucking shit. The offense couldn't do anything against the fucking 49ers, who are letting up points like it's fucking like they're supposed to. Like,
dude, and the memes from these Niner fans are unreal.
Yeah, a lot of shit talk about what fucking Fangio does to fucking Shanahan. You guys can't score more than 19 points in Rock. I told you this last time we were on stream. If the fucking Niners score more than 17 points, the Eagles are in trouble. That's exactly what I said. And I got to tell you, Dan, again, not fucking wrong. Just want to say that. Also said the Bills would win 27-21 or 27-24. Pretty fucking close to the final score. Trader Clem, good to see you. I will say, I don't know how much of that Bills game you watched, Rock, but if you come away with anything but Josh Allen is that dude, I don't know what else you're fucking watching, dude.
Yeah, and so that last quarter, Bills have the ball. They need to score to win the game.
Need to.
And Brian hits the chat like as he was all day. And he said something that like, so it's one thing to kind of like talk shit on stream and be like, oh, the Bills fake MVP. But he kind of said something that was like, he's like, well, it's coming down to the fake MVP who has to go on a scoring drive to win the game. Game's over. And honestly, as much as like, I'll fuck with Bry, but like, and I'll also fuck with you because you give it to me. I'm wearing my Giant shit. We haven't played a football game in fucking weeks. But the point being is that like I still want to see you guys do well, but also like you especially. Like I don't want to see you without a team to watch.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
And then like, you know, if you get to the Super Bowl, it's good for the stream, whatever. We got Trader Clem, who's also a Bills fan. So I'm kind of pulling for them a little bit. Obviously, I don't have a team in the mix.
I mean,
and I hit him and I was like, don't be a piece of shit.
Yeah, but like how? Okay, listen. Out of everybody on the planet, I would say if the Bills win a Super Bowl, if it ever happens, I would imagine out of people that don't cheer for that said team, I'd imagine that nobody would be really upset that the Bills won a Super Bowl. No. I just don't. I don't see it. Like, how pissed off would you be if Philly won another one? I'd be fucking furious. I wouldn't want to see them. That's what I'm saying. But to come out and I got beef with Shadows now too. I used to love Shadows. I'm off the Shadows train now. Shadows broke my heart talking about how you wish Josh Allen would get hurt. Frankly, listen, here's how this is gonna work. Karma's a fucking big fat bitch, baby. And this is just what you guys are going to deal with now. I would never wish any sort of ill will on another human being, especially. I never said Jalen Hurts should break his fucking leg. Never thought that Saquon should tear his ACL. The fact that we have two scumbags in our fucking midst that decide that it's okay to say that about another human being. Frankly, I think Rocky's not a scumbag anymore. That's why I made a separate tag for Shadows and Bry. The tag is now scumbags because scumbags wish pain and injury upon someone else. And I frankly am just not going to be a part of it whatsoever. And that's why both of your teams are scheduling golf outings right now when the rest of the real men are playing football still. So enjoy the golf outing, enjoy Puerto Rico, enjoy being less than great, because that's what you guys will be from now on. Thank you.
It's one of those days here at Degen, ladies and gentlemen.
Fuck those motherfuckers. Fuck the Eagles. Fuck the Chiefs. Like, fuck. Who cares? Honestly,
you guys have
the
had
fact
enough.
that you guys are still not in the playoffs right now, it just makes everyone else happy. Rock, how happy are you that the Chiefs aren't going to win another Super Bowl?
I'm ecstatic.
How happy are you that the fucking Eagles aren't going to win another Super Bowl?
Well, the Eagles, I'm happy about, but like with the Chiefs specifically, I said it started to feel like the Cavs and Warriors circa 2015 to 2018. Like I was good on it.
You guys need 10 years without fucking playoffs, and I hope you get it.
Her XT says, I predicted every single playoff game right, and I got Hawks, Broncos, Rams, and Pats winning.
Yeah, we got to talk about that Pats game.
Yeah, we're going to get to that.
A lot of Pats fans getting real hyped about a very, very bad win. I just want that.
Let me rip these real quick because the chat's bumping and we'll get to it. Bills versus Broncos, Niners, Seahawks, Texans, Pats, Rams, Bears. Excuse me, are the matchups this week, courtesy of Shadows. Appreciate you, gang. Where's all those Josh Allen, JA 17 haters now? Yeah, Allen will never be May.
Listen,
Who called the Niners?
when May throws for listen, I don't want to talk about it. We'll talk about this game in a minute. Keep going. Burn through them.
Packers hope to extend head coach Matt LaFleur in the coming days. Sam Beal, a former NFL draft selection by the New York Giants in 2018. I saw this in the Discord, courtesy of Shadows. It's been missing for the last 7 months, according to his sister. He's probably just not picking up the phone for her because she wants bread, which I did.
Money.
The wrong Bill got the torn ACL. Is crazy.
Yeah, it's
Rocky likes
how's Patty doing? He's doing okay. Hopefully, he's healing up very nicely off that torn ACL. Hopefully.
So I had it in order of we're covering Eagles, Niners, Buffalo, Jacksonville, which we kind of touched on both. Do you want to cover the game at all?
I thought Jacksonville's defense. We don't have to really touch on the Eagles game. I thought the Niners did a good job. I still think that if the Eagles offense and offensive coordinator weren't the worst situation ever, Rocky Prop, I have a real fucking a serious question about this game. Maybe we'll cover this a little bit. Okay, maybe it's the blocking, maybe it's the offensive line, but are you concerned about how Saquon has looked this season? Are you concerned? I'm concerned.
So that first season, obviously, he was playing with so much confidence. Just a change of scenery. Everyone was just ecstatic. And I truly think it looked like he was, one, maybe banged up in some sort, and two, really in his head. I don't know if the A.J. Brown shit played a correlation, because if A.J.'s complaining about getting the ball throughout the season and all they did was run with Saquon, that's kind of a problem. New offensive coordinator, maybe he didn't gel with. Maybe there's some shit going on in this person. I don't know what the fuck it was, but obviously there was something wrong with Saquon, and not drastically wrong too, which is even more concerning. If he had a foot injury, I'd be like, all right, cool. Next season, he's going to be fine. Not sure what's going on. I think this is his age 28 season. If I had to take a guess, 27, 28, something like that. I'm not sure, but yeah, he did not look like he had any juice. DeAndre Swift looked like he had more juice this season than Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, maybe you're right though. Maybe it's an injury that we're just not. Yeah, that was holy fuck that game.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah,
Saquon had 2 curses on him this year.
Maybe it was the curses, but yeah, they should fire him immediately. Did you see that clip? That clip's floating around where A.J. Brown, where he's talking shit after they beat the Bills, barely beat the fucking Bills. And he's like, oh, yeah, all that talk, fucking stop it. A.J. Brown just looks at him like, I hope you die. I just hope you die in the next 5 minutes, dude. And he walks right past the locker room.
Yeah.
Nobody lets the coach know, by the way, that he's walking right past the locker room. Nobody wants him in the locker room. Yeah, they need to he's got to go.
It's one thing I thought, this might be tooting my own horn a little bit, but I was, after the end of this game, I was like, damn, because I did have Philly on a parlay. You guys thankfully talked me into not putting them on a lot of parlays. I had them on one, their money line. I was like, why did I bet on a team to win a game in the playoffs that lost the Giants in the regular season?
See, that's another, maybe we write that down. Maybe we start getting our playoff rules down. Maybe that's a rule. A team that loses to a very bad team during the regular season, maybe we stay the fuck off of them.
And it's not just because it's my team. There's no worse team to lose to other than the Jets and the Raiders.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I mean, the Pats are kind of failures when that comes to, because they lost to the Raiders week 1.
Yeah, they did lose to the Raiders week 1, but I'm not as up. This is the 4 were Super Bowl champions of the past year, so it did feel weird. Big news too, Mike Tomlin stepping down after 19 seasons. I don't know if that means he's going somewhere else, but I mean, he was. I saw a stat pop up on screen. He's 0-10 in the playoffs when trailing after the first half. And I was like, yeah, maybe it's time to move on. Bills 23, Broncos 16. Final score. Heard it here first from Trader Clem. Is it possible we see A.J. Brown join DK Metcalf next season?
I don't know what is possible with that Steelers team. Tomlin's gone now. He steps down. It seems to me that they need a complete overhaul. I don't know that they add A.J. Brown. I think A.J. Brown goes to a contender. He's used to contending. I think you see him one of these playoff teams that are still left could really use AJ Brown. I feel like he fits with the Bears. I feel like he fits with the Niners. I feel like he fits with the Texans. I feel like he fits with the Bills. I feel like he still fits with the fucking New England Patriots, as much as I don't want to see that happen. But at least he has a quarterback that's going to throw him the ball.
He's going to go get his bag now.
Yeah, I think it's probably bag time. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's like, I fucking got my ship. I'm good to go. Let's move on. I think it's time for AJ Brown to get the fuck out of there. I think the real spot for him. I don't know how much he likes Vrabel. Obviously, they were together in Tennessee. I mean, maybe he pops up in New England. I just don't think we see AJ Brown in Philadelphia after this season. I just don't see it.
If I had to guess where he's going to go.
Yeah, where would he go?
For some reason, the first team that popped in my head, which I don't want to be my final answer, was the Chargers.
Yeah, I feel like the Chargers need an AJ Brown. That's a really good. That's like what I said. These playoff teams, they some of them desperately need wide receiver help, and the Chargers are at the top of that fucking list.
If I'm him,
yeah,
I think Green Bay is a decent option. Or let me give you one more.
Green Bay is good. I like that Green Bay option.
They need Green Bay needs it.
They need a number one. They need an alpha. They need an alpha there.
I don't think there's many other teams that like. My only other thought was Seattle, because I can just see him in the jersey, not necessarily because it fits. I can just totally see him in Seattle.
I mean, him and JSN Rock, that'd be fucking something to look at. That'd be something to look at. And you know, Sammy D's gonna throw it, right?
Doesn't know what else is new.
Texas transfer DeAndre Morris coming to Colorado. Cool. Gotta love to see that.
AJ Brown will go to Vrabel, and Vrabel never wanted to trade him when he was in Tennessee.
And I also agree with that. When Bry's on, though, he'll remind you about all the dead money they get if they trade him or some shit like that. So I don't necessarily know if that's going to fucking work out.
Dead money, dog. You killed a whole locker room. So
I mean, I think it was the coach that killed the entire locker room.
I think it was also when your number one wide receiver has a problem with your coach. And also, then he's on TV screaming in Sirianni's face, and the broadcaster's like, you know, they have such a great relationship. You know, this is just the woes of the game. Like, they were like, yeah, they were going at it.
Yeah, it's not like those guys like each other. That's not the case whatsoever.
Scott Fitzgerald says, how about the sorry tackle attempts by Aaron Rodgers on the pick six? Aaron on the pick six. I did not see him yell and tell himself to do his job. Then quit on your team and bench yourself. That's how I'll remember him. He was bitching after the first drive.
He's 43. It's ice cold in Philadelphia, in Pittsburgh. He's getting the absolute shit just clobbered out of him the entire fucking game. So I completely understand why he was upset, but to have such a terrible performance and to then blame everybody else, like Scott says here, and then quit on your team afterwards.
It's bitch made. After the whole year of him being like, I love Pittsburgh. It's been great.
Yeah,
dude, and honestly, I should have put my entire life savings on the Texans to win, because it just like optically, like you said, a 42-year-old quarterback in the cold playing against the best defense in the league without a number one wide receiver. Like,
that was the one game outside of the San Fran Eagles game. And props to Clem on that San Fran game, because I did not see it coming. But yeah, no, that was the one game outside of the Texans Steelers that we kind of talked ourselves out of where we should have ended up. So yeah, no, I still can't believe how easy it was for the fucking CJ Stroud turned the ball over and fumbled 4 fucking times, dude.
Yeah.
And they still won 30-6.
That was the only playoff game I shut off. It was 7-6, and I'm like, it's been a long week. I'm over it. It wasn't 6-7.
I was incoherent, and then I woke up out of a fucking sick slumber, started feeling a little bit okay. Of course, I flip on the game and start being a degenerate gambler right away. But I look at the score, and I'm like, none of the fucking lines were like 275 for CJ Stroud. I'm like under 250 for fucking Aaron Rodgers, under under passing touchdowns, under, just kept hitting unders. And then I flipped it, did Woody Marks to score and an over on his 69.5 rushing yards, which when I bet that, Woody Marks had 50 yards rushing and they were offering up 69.5 and a tutty for like plus 550. I should have put my whole fucking life savings on that. That was the easiest fucking bet. Cleared that before half, and it was literally never in question. Those were the easiest bets of
yeah. And dude, one thing that I did that I kind of kicked myself about is I avoided betting on Nico Collins all year because of how inconsistent he's been with CJ Stroud. And I was watching a couple other games. I hit some other parlays, and I put together 2 different parlays.
Right.
And when I did that, I took some fan cash I had in Fanatics, and I put $10 of fan cash on a parlay of both of my 2 parlays combined. It was 10 to win $1,700. Every single leg hits, except for Nico Collins to get 40 yards.
Yeah, that's rough. That's fucking rough, dude.
And dude, honestly, when I saw that he had like 21 yards, I also wasn't stressing it because I was like, whatever, that $1,000 leg's not going anyway. When I saw it was the only leg to miss, I was kicking myself because I'm like, dude, fuck Nico Collins. I
think he's injured now. I'm pretty sure Nico's done.
Yeah, good. Done?
Yeah.
What was his injury?
I don't remember. He got checked out of that game. I did not see how bad it was, but I think he's done. Vikings receiver Jordan Addison was arrested early Monday morning and charged with misdemeanor trespassing in Tampa, Florida, according to police records. This is the 3rd time that he has been arrested or had a police incident.
What is he doing?
Trying to be out of the league, I guess. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Dan, why are you sitting in an old-timey rocking chair?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. The wife is in my bedroom, which is where I have my setup usually, and she is crashed the fuck out. The stomach virus hit all of us hard. Yeah, I'm lucky to be sitting upright right now, Doug.
Giants, Falcons, and Titans considered the favorites to land John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh, Scott Fitz is my co-host. Got the whole press box in the chat. I appreciate you guys so much. Concussion is what Nico went down.
Concussion. Okay, good info on that. We got a couple sideline reporters now. I appreciate that, boys. Thank you. So concussion for Nico Collins. I don't know that means he plays next game. I know this is a playoffs, probably different, but do they need him? I don't know if they necessarily need him. I'm going to be real honest with you, dude. Rock, you watched this Chargers-Pats game, right?
Yep.
Okay, let's talk about this because we covered everything else. Let's talk Chargers-Pats. I want you to give me your diagnosis of the game just overall. How'd you feel about it for the Pats just in general?
I'm not surprised that it started out kind of slow.
Right.
Just not surprised about that at all. They had the mix of Travion and fucking Ramondre going, and I don't know, dude. It just was such a polar opposite. Watching it, honestly, it was just more about Justin Herbert playing like shit for me than it was Drake May just absolutely slicing and dicing because Drake May couldn't hit fucking 175 yards in 4 quarters when Caleb Williams did it in fucking 300. He looked like fucking shit. His line was collapsing. And then also on the Pat side, is it Will Campbell?
Yeah, Will Campbell.
He looked terrible.
Coming off an injury. I don't know. Listen, I think a lot of people are going to watch that Texans game and get real hype on that defense. But I'm going to tell you something right now. In my eyes, I don't see how the Patriots win that game. I just don't. I don't. How are they going to win that game, dude?
The only way they win that game is if they just absolutely shut down CJ Stroud. Also, losing Nico's huge. CJ Stroud looked like shit too, so it's kind of like a toss-up between like, okay, good defense, but like Pats aren't a terrible defense either, and the fucking like Drake May looks fucking phenomenal. He
just looked like shit for most of that game, though. He just looked not great for most of that game. And you're reminded that he is a rookie.
Yeah.
But what they did to the Chargers defensively was impressive. Justin Herbert looked like shit. He didn't know what the fuck to, I mean, and here's my real question here. How many years has Justin Herbert been in the league?
7.
Is this as good as it's going to get for him, dude? Like, is
Yeah,
this
he's
it?
got Madison Beer. That's it.
Is this
That's
the
Super Bowl.
ceiling for Justin Herbert, Rock? Because how does this get better for him? He looked like he was the rookie. Yeah, like exactly it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, he doesn't look like he's gonna reach beyond this. And like you saw, because correct me if I'm wrong, Justin Herbert's been in the league longer than Trevor Lawrence, right?
Oh, fuck, that's a really good question.
Because Justin Herbert was the 2020 draft, correct?
They're close. They have to be close.
Trevor's at year 5, and he had a season this year that was like his best season on the upward swing. And Justin was kind of moving in that same direction, maybe through week 7, but it all kind of fell apart around him, and it doesn't look like he has what it takes to steal a game for his team.
This is year 6 for Justin Herbert.
So he's been in the league 1 year longer than Trevor Lawrence, and he just does not look like he can really get it done. And there's probably at least 10 quarterbacks I'd take over him. Special teams could play a major part on Sunday. Herbert got murked. I think CJ Stroud and Drake May will be a tough watch against those Ds. I agree. Herbert was drafted the pick after Tua.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you're right. Trevor T-Law has been in for 5 years now.
Yep.
Here's the thing. I think those two are going in opposite directions here. I think that this Jacksonville team, if they can get one more guy on offense, I think they're going to be elite. That defense is all over the place. They're so fucking good, dude. And like I said, the only reason the Bills win that game is because Josh Allen. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, no, it's true because your team also James Cook couldn't get it going.
Couldn't get it going at all.
That's another point too. It's like these good defenses, like it's a different type of level to have playoff defense. Sean McVay says Matthew Stafford sprained his index finger on his throwing hand, but will be good to go against the Bears on Sunday. I'm excited to get into the matchups in a second here. Panthers their 5th-year option on Bryce Young.
I think that's the right move, by the way. Bryce Young showed a little bit of something this year. Got to the playoffs. I think you gotta get him a guy. I think he's got a couple guys that might be there. Like I love Coker, Jalen Coker. I thought was
Coker's
really
nasty.
good for them. Yeah, he's very good. The one thing that I hate about Bryce Young is Rock. I don't know if I'm wrong on this one, but when he throws the ball, it feels like there's no zip on it. Like it feels like it takes forever.
It's soft,
right? Like you watch these
May's the counter opposite.
Yeah, like you watch these
May's
quarterbacks like Josh Allen will gun that fucking thing. It's flying 35 miles an hour. But he's like, it just looks limp every time he fucking releases the ball.
And speaking of those two, dude,
yeah,
to bring up limp dick throws,
yeah,
talking about Jalen Hurts,
yeah,
not bad throws. They were kind of soft, but even more of a reason that I want to touch on AJ Brown complaining all season and dropping these balls like he did. It's not like they were zips. They weren't fucking humming through the middle. Like he just got it to him. Goes through his hands multiple times. Wide receiver 1 complaining for the ball. Straight up an absolute fucking disaster shit show in Philly. And everything we said during the regular season is validated by that game.
And this is one thing we got to talk about. If you are a number 1 wide receiver and you disappear or the ball goes through your hands in big fucking moments like that, whose fault is that? Because if the fucking ball hits your hands, Rock, what do you do? As a wide receiver, if the ball hits your hands, what are you supposed to do?
Catch the fucking ball.
It's a fucking ball. Like, you can complain all you want, but if you can't fucking catch the ball, then shut your fucking mouth, dude. Like, I just don't know what else to say. You're in a spot to where you could secure that win for your team by catching 3 balls, and you can't fucking catch them. I'm sorry, dude. Complain all you want, but it's on you. It's on you, dude. You got to produce when the ball gets thrown to you. Simple as that.
And then, like, when you have someone like Devonta Smith on the field that is a phenomenal wide receiver, but will never get, like, I'm just going to do a hockey comparison. Like, it almost feels like Evgeny Malkin and Sidney Crosby, just as bad comparison as that is. It's like,
Oh, you're right.
He's never going to get the love that fucking AJ Brown does.
Yeah.
When
he's just as important. He's
just important, but he's capable of being a number one.
He is. I think you got to do your best to move on from AJ Brown. Devonta Smith doesn't complain. Devonta Smith has never been on the sidelines yelling in Sirianni's face. Devonta Smith. Have you ever seen Devonta Smith do anything? Like, I would love Devonta Smith in Buffalo. I got to tell you that right fucking now.
The only thing I've seen Devonta Smith do is catch important fucking third and longs or long.
Make a play. He's going to catch a 2-yard out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's going to take it for fucking 10 to get you that hard first down. I love Devonta Smith's game, and he's being underutilized as fuck in Philadelphia.
I'd say Devonta Smith is better than a majority of the the wide receiver twos on most teams. Like, better than Jordan Addison. I think he's probably a little bit better than Ladd McConkey, who's at the 2 right now with Quentin Johnston.
Much better. I think
he's much better than fucking... Give me another one.
I think he's better than T. Higgins. I know that's probably not a fantastic.
T. Higgins is never healthy.
That's another thing. Like, but when we talk about these player comps and we talk about comparisons, being healthy fucking matters. Devonta Smith is healthy, dude. He's on the fucking field. Like, that's simple as that. So if you're on the field playing, you're better than the guy that's not fucking on the field playing.
Yeah, Brian says the best ability is availability.
Exactly. It's true.
All right, let's get into the upcoming matchups. Instead of doing it all pretty and fucking popping it up on the fucking stream, I'm just going to pull up that comment Shadows had because I do want to break these down and I'll write down our picks.
Yeah.
Let me take a look real quick. The matchups this week. Let's start with Bills Broncos, not the team you want to see as a Bills fan. Thoughts?
Oh man, I see we have differing opinions on this. This is actually the team that I wanted to see the most.
Why?
Because we can beat the Broncos. Because I'm not worried about Bo Nix whatsoever. Because this team can't score more than 19 points. I'm not afraid of it. And I got to tell you, like, as much of a pile of shit as much shit as the Bills defense has gotten. Listen, those motherfuckers play. Those motherfuckers hit. Every time they are on the field, they're cracking as hard as they fucking can. And I will say Trey White, a guy that I thought was dead in the water, has really stepped up and made a fucking huge difference. When you look at the Bills, they are the number 1 pass defense in the league. And I don't think that's a faux fucking stat like Bry seems to convince himself that it is. Trevor Lawrence wasn't very fucking successful against that secondary. We have no pass rush whatsoever. So, yeah, maybe Bo Nix has got a little bit of time. But I'll tell you one thing, Rock. The team, when they need to make a play, makes a fucking play. They make a fucking play. So I do think that out of the 3 teams remaining, I would rather see the Broncos than I would the Texans defense. And I would rather see the Broncos than I would rather see the Pats team, just in general.
So that's a good way to look at it. I don't think it's going to be a cakewalk by any means.
No, by any means. I don't think any team that's as hurt as the Bills are and lacks as many weapons as the Bills do is a cakewalk. This is just, it's going to be a slog. The way the Bills get through is going to be ugly. It's going to be scoring more points, obviously. But I like our chances against Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos. If you have to, just go ahead and watch last year's matchup. The Bills versus the Broncos when they had a very good defense, the same defense I think they have now. The Bills beat them 31-7. And I think that I just am not concerned about Bo Nix whatsoever. I'm just not. I'm not at all. So that's just me.
Okay. Fair point. I would have to probably lean towards the fact that I think the biggest struggle that will be for both teams is going to be, well, maybe not for both teams. You get the best fucking through the air defense, but it's going to be how to one keep up with fucking whatever volume Josh Allen's throwing at, because they are good at running the ball, but you can't run the ball the whole game because you guys have a good rush defense. But one thing with that too, like with the receivers, I just want to play this real quick and kind of ask like a genuine like question, because
do you think it's Shakir for 30 yards?
AG is.
We think it's Shakir for 30 yards.
No, I think you should go tight ends if you're going to pick a Bills
But
receiving.
isn't Kincaid hurt?
No,
No,
he's not
Kincaid's
anymore. He's healthy as hell. What's his over under?
45 and a half.
Yeah, take that over.
Take that over.
I was totally on the right, because Shakir had 10 receptions and like
Did he?
125 yards. And Kincaid had
God.
38 yards.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Nah, you're good. I was totally on the right track, and I was like, all right, this is their team. I'll tail into it. I did hit Kincaid for 3 receptions. It was a sweat. But I also had another ticket for 40 yards. I didn't hit it. And I was like, damn, I should have taken Shakir. But it did work out kind of. No, I thought that was just a funny take. So I'm like, what do you guys think of Shakir for 30 yards? You're like, nope, off it. Get to tight ends.
He's just been he's been it's hit or miss. I don't know who's going to do it for the Bills at all. I just don't. I don't know who's going to do it or who's not going to do it.
So Scott says Bills.
Yeah,
Again,
Clem, and please correct me if I'm wrong. I just don't I'm not as concerned about the Broncos. Like, I'm just not. Like, I don't know. I thought the matchup against the Jags was tougher than our matchup against the Broncos.
Yeah, well, let me know what you hit for on that ticket you told. I'm curious. Bills Broncos.
It was a big ticket. It looked like a big hit if it was.
It did. It was 6 on Prize Picks. So we're both gonna go. So we'll go Rock, Dan. So we're both going Bills.
I thought you were going to pick the Broncos, honestly.
Nah, I just don't think it's gonna be a cakewalk. But
no, it won't be.
All right. So and then Niners Seahawks. I think the Seahawks kill the Niners.
That's tough.
I think they got 2 versatile running backs. I don't think you're going to be able to fucking let Juwan Jennings throw the fucking ball against the Seahawks. Like, their defense is so stout.
Yeah, and the Eagles not a good team. Like, when it comes down to it, the Eagles are just not a good team. So, it's not even a slight at Bry. Like, the Eagles.
No, I know that's what made it funny. The fact that it was just a stout accusation or observation rather than like a shit talking thing made it even funnier.
The Eagles obviously not a good team, like a really bad team. So I feel like here's my thing. Everyone was picking the Eagles. I would say that everyone is going to be on the Seahawks this week. Everyone. So that's my main concern here. That's just my main concern.
And that's I also think
Rock, these teams are in the same fucking division. They have played each other twice already. And I have the Seahawks beat them twice because I don't know if they have.
Hey, Alexa, how many times did the Seahawks beat the 49ers this year? You fat, ugly bitch. I'm sorry. It's just worthless. I'm taking Seattle. You got to pick one pick.
Fuck. I'm gonna take the Seahawks, but I'm not in love with it by any stretch of the imagination.
I don't know if I'm a secret drug addict or not, but I just looked at what I wrote under both our names, and instead of putting bills, I put pills.
Yeah, you are a secret drug addict.
We're gonna take the pills.
So the 49ers and Seahawks played twice. The Niners beat them week 1, 17-13. And in the last week of the season, I don't know who was playing. The Seahawks won 13-3. So this isn't like a fucking the Seahawks own them. They beat the fuck out of them. They only beat them by 10 points.
They're healthy. The Niners just lost Kittle.
But how important was Kittle in that game?
Obviously not that important, but he's an important piece.
I thought the most important 49er of that game was Demarcus Robinson, to be quite honest with you. Demarcus Robinson was running all over the fucking field, dude.
It will and always will be Christian McCaffrey. I also love that McCaffrey went up against Saquon, and McCaffrey, being banged up, heard all the bullshit, and like Saquon playing so well, he's like, I'm going to come in here and do well. And then the next matchup is, guys, I'll get your comments in a second. I'm just ripping this, and I might have Shadow's comment popped up. Texans Pats is probably going to be the toughest.
Taking the Texans. I'm telling you this right now. This is my hot take of the week. The Texans are going to beat the Patriots. That line for the Patriots gives me no hope that they're going to be able to stop both of these fucking edge rushers for this Texans team. The Texans rushed 2 guys, I believe, against the Steelers O-line that was looking better and got through and sacked Aaron Rodgers and took the ball back for fucking a nice little fumble score there. So I don't know, man. Like I really feel like and I got to let my dog out, so give me 1 second. I really feel like the Texans can do it. I don't know.
Chad, if I had to take my dog out on stream, what do you think the just absolute fucking comments I would get would be? Last matchup's Rams Bears. I'm gonna need to remember that. Anyone here remember Michael Spurlock? Anyone? I didn't know Steve Young was for a couple weeks, so decide if you want to keep watching based off that. I'm taking. Oh, I thought you meant like out for a walk to piss. I didn't. Okay.
No, I have a fence. She just
I'm taking the Pats. I'm kind of just on the token of like I don't think CJ Stroud is the one. They don't have Nico Collins, and I think the combination of Travion Henderson and Ramondre Stevenson is going to open up that pass game, and it's just going to kind of fall apart very quick. -333 money line Hawks. 333. Lilith says 10 to win 50 with a $40 payout boost. So you won 90 on that?
Nice.
Love it.
Nice
okay, cool.
Nice, man.
Hawks money line is holding. I don't like calling the Seahawks the Hawks because it makes me think we're talking about basketball. When the Niners, what?
Yeah, go ahead. Keep going.
When the Niners need a play, they put Matt McCaffrey out there to get it done. So unless he gets hurt again.
Rocky Prop was right when he said that. The most important Niner is McCaffrey because if he gets going, and he's gonna go, like you have to know that even if you contain him, he's gonna score a touchdown. Like you just gotta, it's the playoffs. He's gonna score.
Hey, by the way, have you seen any of this talk about how the Niners training facility is next to like a fucking 6G fucking like Wi-Fi tower or some shit?
Listen, as much as we want to, if you're telling me you're calling bullshit, I totally understand.
No, I agree.
The regular human level is apparently like fucking 40 to 80 times less than what is recorded at their training facility.
Mm-hmm. And they're there all day.
And how many times have we looked at the fucking Niners and been like, oh, fuck, how's this guy getting injured? How's this guy getting injured?
Debo.
Like, Doug, they're always fucking injured. How does that not? And Kittle.
It's always bad injuries.
But I'm just telling you, Kittle just tore his ACL?
Achilles.
Are we fucking?
And it's always, and they said it makes you more likely to either tear some kind of ligament. So like, it's literally been Debo. I'm forgetting his name at the Brandon Ayuk. I almost forgot who the fuck he was. Ayuk, McCaffrey, Purdy's got hurt.
Yes.
Kittle all the time.
Their whole defense is hurt.
Dude, the Eagles lost to a fucking lineup of fucking Starbucks employees.
Yeah, Doug. I mean, that's again. And listen, if we're chilling right now. When Bry's back on Friday, I'm going to absolutely go ape shit on him for the entire stream. I'm saving it for Friday. Friday, he's going to get everything that he's been giving us and then some. And I cannot fucking wait. I hope he's enjoying himself because Friday, you are going to get beat the fuck up. And that's just how it's going to work, dude. A lot of talk about fucking fake MVPs and your team can't even beat a fucking 6-string linebacker core. Go fuck yourself, you cocksucker. That goes for the Lits. That goes for Shadows. That goes for anyone else who wants to talk shit. Real MVP, still in the fucking playoffs. All the fake ones, out of the playoffs. Just want to say that.
I ain't a fake one. But so Pat's money at 160 and climbing. Yeah. How do you feel about the Sea Chickens? That's kind of correlates. Put 20 to win. Put 20 to win 120 on the props you put on Discord, though. Lit. Happy for that. And I'm glad you guys are tailing. Guys, if you want to tail some free shit, and we are also nasty at what we do, join the Discord in the description. It's free. We don't charge like all the other channels being like, it's $40 a week to get our picks. Like, not only do I give out, we give out picks, but I give out the parlays that I'm putting my personal money on. And you can take the lines or the props or whatever you like and make your own shit. You can tail. People that have been tailing have been doing well. I've been hot as fuck. I'm paying rent off sports betting right now, and it's been fantastic. Things are rolling. And honestly, while we're on the topic, when Rocky has a week, you know what's coming. I got to toot my own horn a little bit.
Toot it and boot it, baby.
To toot my own horn, let me pop down this Ant Memorial thing right here.
Beautiful.
59 legs. 59. Hit them all.
Bang, bang.
To win $1,352. Dan, if you had a guess for $1,352, how much did Rocky Prop wager? Take a guess. I'm just curious.
$500.
It was $120 across 59 legs. So effectively turning about $25 into $350 or more each parlay.
I mean, listen, like I've always said, there's not a man on this earth that hits parlays the way I can't explain. I don't understand it. I'll never understand it. I don't fucking know why. I don't get why. But I will say I'm glad he's on our show and not somebody else's show. When the kid's hot, the kid's fucking hot. Sometimes we get a little ice cold. But what you know about Rock, and we've been on here for almost fucking 3 years at this point. So if you just go back, he gets cold, but when he gets hot, you better be riding that fucking train, because the train is going to get ice. It's going to get fucking red hot, dog. It's just going to get red hot. So get the fucking getting while it's getting, baby. That's all I have to say.
And this run was 3 months ago. 49 legs into $1,612, and this was only $52.
Rocky Prop has like a very specific system, and here's the thing about Rocky Prop. His unit size, not as big as Dan's, not as big as Brian's. We can afford to go a little bit heavier, so we tend to just kind of I want to mitigate risk. So I'm only going to do a couple legs if I do a parlay, because I just want to hit. Like, that's my biggest thing. Rocky Prop is a risk gambler. That's what it is. But he's also Rocky, and this isn't to be offensive, but I feel like you're the average gambler. Like, you're the guy that's like, hey, I got 20 extra bucks. Like, let me see if I could cook something up. You know what I mean? Or I got 50 extra bucks.
The one thing I will say, I appreciate the compliments, is that I think I'm a little bit better than the average gambler in the sense of no.
The success rate is completely different. Your success rate to an average gambler is astronomical.
No, but you said, and I agree. I get your point. I agree with what you're saying. But you said to mitigate risk. I feel like we both mitigate risk differently. Yes. I mitigate risk by not putting as much money down, but making it worth it with the odds. You mitigate risk with the odds by putting more money down. So it's the two different sides to the same coin. Yes. So it's kind of the effect of what I'll do is, instead of putting so I'm going to get into an edge that I have and then give out my picks. We're probably going to wrap up here soon. What I've been doing is building these big parlays mixed in with an edge that I've slowly been building. Yeah. And to test out that edge the other day, I've been doing alternate total lines for the NBA, and they have not missed one, not a singular under. Specifically the unders, I have not missed one under in 5 weeks. And so I was like, fuck, instead of putting these on parlays, I should do what Dan and Brian do and put 100 to win 100. 3 of these lines correlates to plus 100. So I was in the Discord yesterday. I had the bankroll from hitting all this money this week. And I was like, fuck, I should put 100 on this to win 100. I bitched out and I put 25 on it to win 350 because I added like 7 more legs, but I kept those 3 legs in and it hit. So that 100 to win 100 would have hit. So I'm feeling more confident in the model that I'm building. But what that is I can take that 100 and put out 5 tickets rather than having $100 on a 1 ticket. So that's the mitigating the risk for me. Because if I hit one of these tickets, it covers my initial investment and I get profit. So if I only put out $75 in one night, but one of the tickets hits for 450, I'm up crazy. And then there's been nights like this and nights like this, and this is specifically 4 days in a row of not missing anything other than I fucking had that fat $1,000 parlay that missed by a leg.
For sure.
Of one ticket hitting and me having shit from one ticket correlated to another ticket, and then some of them are all separate. When they all hit, it's fucking insane.
It's like an avalanche.
It is. Yeah. So I'll take like one big ticket, break it apart.
This is my only issue with Rocky Prop, and this is always going to be my thing. I just wish he would round robin as well. And I know you're like, I don't have enough money, but like you can put 25 cents on a round robin parlay. Like you could put 25 cents over 15 legs and you're spending $7 and you cover everything. Like how many times, Rock, do you get into a situation where you miss one leg? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like all the money that you put down and shit like that, it's recouped, and then you'd still win a little extra on top, even if you miss one leg.
You guys, when you round robin, will probably do at most 5 legs, and then on top of it, they're not like like the one thing that I kind of discredit myself in is alternate line betting, because it's a little bit of a like not a it's just a slighter way to bet because your odds are diminished. But that's why I end up building these bigger parlays, because I feel like I have an advantage against the books when there's alternate lines, and there's so many props that at the same token. So it's one thing for a sports book to keep track of every wide receiver and their line and to keep it sharp, but now you're talking about pricing every possible possibility for every player in every sport, that I feel like there's always something I could find. Like, for example, my favorite has been LeBron as of the last 2 weeks. For some reason, these books are looking at LeBron, even though because he's older, as like he's washed. If you're LeBron James and you're still in the NBA, you're still able to get 20 points, and that's his line. And he gets 25, 30, sometimes drops 40. I don't know how he does it. It's probably on the juice, whatever. I don't give a fuck. He's putting money in my pocket. So to get LeBron James for 15 points at minus 250 to juice a lay, or I even took him at plus 175 for 30 or 25. It juices it so well. Birds are back. Patullo is out. Eagles winning the Super Bowl next year. So I just want to break into this real quick while we're on the topic, and then we'll start wrapping up. And I'll give out my picks for tonight. The NBA alt line totals that I've been building this edge for is as follows. If you want to attempt to build them yourself, I have not missed one of these unders, the under specifically, in weeks. So basically, I use Gemini and I use ChatGPT to analyze the games, and then I put it into my model and I try to find the games that I think are the highest percentage of 75% or above to hit under on the regular line. The regular line being like tonight's game of Milwaukee and I forget who they're playing is over or under 229.
Right.
So if my model predicts it to be under, I will use the alternate lines as a cushion. And I will take, instead of 229, I'll take 245 and a half under 245 and a half. So I have 15, 13, whatever points of just margin to cover my model. Mm-hmm. And then from that point, 3 of them is plus 100. So if you see any of these tickets, like, let me see if there's an alt line on this. Under 220. Yes, there's an alt line on this. So this is a 10 leg parlay. But to me, the unders are such a lock. To me, there's 4 unders on here. The unders are such a lock to me. This really, to me, feels like a fucking 6-leg parlay because they're so juiced, and I'm already going off picks that on the model are supposed to be under as the projection. Projected to go under. I'll give myself cushion. So then I'm hitting these, and I have not missed. So when you see my tickets come out, you can either take the totals and you can put 100 on 3 and win 100. You can add them to your parlays as filler. I'm not saying I'm not ever going to miss one, but as of right now, since I've been doing this, I have not missed one. The only things that I've missed on is the overs occasionally when I do the same thing in reverse.
So just to like dive into this a little bit, I told Rocky Prop, we want to dial this model to where it's like you only have to add a couple of points to get under it. And then you'll start to see a lot more money come your way. But the best thing about Rocky Prop is when he bets these things, he's adding it to an overall parlay, mitigating most of the risk. So he's going to put $10 down, $11, $20 down. The most I've seen you put down on a parlay is like 50, I believe.
I have done a couple straight $100 lays a while ago based on your guys' recommendation, but average, the most I've ever personally been like my picks, my money is probably the most I put is like 50, and that's
Right.
rare.
But that's okay. If that's your bankroll, you just have to understand the situation. So what we need to do, keep working this model, keep working it, and let's try to tighten it up so we can get just closer. The odds on each leg, let me actually, because I have my book pulled up right now.
And then I'll also pull up some of the tickets that I have.
So here's Eric, and if you're like a seasoned bettor, you don't love to see like a minus 250, minus 350 or whatever the fuck. I totally understand that. But again, the main point here is that you're just getting under what his model says. So I've got an under 241.5 and an under 245.5 juice to minus 350 and minus 300. So not great, but when you add it in with Chicago Bulls plus 18.5, Kevin Durant to score, I have 21 points on here. Victor Wembanyama 15 plus and Jalen Williams 15 plus is what I put on here. I put 20 to win 190. So it's just, I don't know. I mean, they're juicy, and technically speaking, if it's juicy and you're only playing one leg, then yeah, you're a dumb fuck. But if he's putting 6-7 legs on it and they're all fucking smacking, then the juice really doesn't matter. So what I really want to see is you to get these unders to like minus 175.
And this is kind of, so minus 175 is tight. The lowest I've gone for this is I obviously, honestly, I can take them based on just what the model saying if the game predicts under, but I feel like it's like they price these lines so sharp that it's a toss up. This feels like I have more of an advantage. I'm going to give you an example. So I hit bet again on Fanatics just to pull up my slip.
Yeah.
And so right now I have a plus 2,000 parlay, and some games started, so it's only 6 legs now. And there's one under total left in this game, and it's minus 375. It's plus 2,262. If I take off this under total, what do you think it would drop to, out of curiosity? It's plus 2,262. If I take off this one leg, and it's minus 375.
1,900?
This one leg drops it down to 1,644.
Yeah, but you're looking at this is it's good, but again, when you add in another bet, they're adding in that risk too. So you're now also adding in another leg. So that's multiplies the risk.
But this is the leg with the advantage what is my point of why I'm adding it. So it's 10 to win 223 right now. If I take it out, it's 10 to win 159. So I'm effectively adding $70 to $80 with something that I'm more confident in than anything else on my slip. Is why
totally
I like it so much.
Totally understand. I get it. Let's look at it from a standard sense here. Okay. The total that you have for the Minnesota Timberwolves, the total is 229 even. That's the line. You've moved it to 241. Okay, so that's like 11 points. Now, if you can get it within, let's say you go under 235.5 because you have an edge, but you just want to solidify that edge, then you're at minus 190 instead of minus 350. And I guarantee you that's going to juice your parlay way more than the other one's going to juice your parlay. That's all.
When I slide them down closer to minus 250, minus 210, minus 190, that is when I'm specifically targeting, like, for example, say the Cavs are playing. Donovan Mitchell didn't play the other night. When I see Donovan Mitchell's not in the lineup and I know he can drop 40 in his sleep.
Yeah.
And I see your number one prop getter is Darius Garland for the Cavs. He's the number one projected point scorer on the ticket. I'm more inclined to drop that down further because there's not high volume players. That means the ball is getting passed around a lot more, clock's running a lot more, and then I'd rather have fucking Jordan Clarkson fucking trying to go to the hole rather than fucking Giannis Antetokounmpo, shit like that. So that's gives me more incentive to drop that line down a little bit further. Trader says, can I help you guys create a formula for your lays? If it's something that you can identify and help build out, then yes. I've only ever done this one other time. And the only thing that sucked about that formula is that it was only working that season. When I tried to apply it to the next season, it kind of crumbled. It was for NHL shots on goals. And I was hot for an entire 82 game season.
Yeah, and he was hot as fuck. And we both build our own shit. I have a first half college basketball model that's really, really fucking good. You guys don't bet first half college basketball, so what can we do? But I give out the tips on another Discord, and people love that shit. So we build our own models and bet our own models. And I think that, Trader, if you got something, fucking let us know. Always looking for an edge, and always looking. It's relatively easy to build these out now that we have AI and all that good shit. But always looking for a little bit of added edge anywhere. So just let us know, please.
The only thing that kind of kills me on these parlays that I build is I have to combine them obviously with other shit, and I usually lean towards points for players. And I've been pretty hot on those too, also using alternate lines. But I did one tonight that is far juicier. Usually I'm looking at lines like minus 250 for Jalen Williams, minus 165, minus 275, minus 475, shit like that. I have a ticket tonight with a lot of plus numbers on it. Plus 130 for SGA to get 34 points. I think he's going to play against they're playing the Spurs again tonight. This is the only team they've lost to multiple times this season and have not beaten. Don't think OKC loses tonight. I also have OKC on the money line. I also have the Spurs plus 17.5. Minus 375, a little parlay juicer. I don't think they lose by fucking 17.5. And then I have Hero plus 25 plus points, plus 200. He can easily do that.
That was one of the lines that on your original parlay I just took off completely because I know that the OKC Thunder have only had trouble multiple times with the Spurs. So I just took that line off, just the money line for OKC off completely.
Yeah.
I trust that.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it now at minus 325. I shouldn't have added it, but it made me feel I liked it. I like the mentality. So like as an athlete, you lose to a team 3 times, everyone's talking shit about it. You have a chance to play them at home, and kind of rectify that demon. I think that's I think this is a spot where they win, but also because the Spurs have been so tight with them over the years, over the season. That's why I like the plus 17.5 just to juice the parlay for the Spurs. And then, I also took on another ticket. I took Wemby to get 20 plus because I think the Spurs are going to be in it, obviously, and it's going to be a high. And then also it's mainly why I took SGA for 34 points. He's plus 130. He could put up 40 in his sleep. I think 30 is pretty solid. And 34 I like. For plus money, if they're going to win this game, I think he has to really come out angry and play well. So that's kind of where I'm leading. Adesanya versus Pfeiffer just got confirmed for UFC Seattle.
Good fight.
And I get it. That's why I'm doing SGA for 30. Yeah.
And again, some of these, if you get riskier with the bet, you'll notice that you don't have to have 12 legs. You can have 4. And now you're just kind of focused on those 4 games. That's kind of where I want you to get. I want you to get a little bit riskier with the selections, and that way you're not kind of spread thin over 12 legs. Like you can go fucking 8 legs, still get the same odds, maybe even better. And then you're mitigating risk that way.
Am I shot to not wanting to be spread thin financially though?
I think it's a mentality more than it is anything else. Yeah. Like when you have been gambling as long as I have, you know that it's a roller coaster. It's ups and downs. Luckily for us, it's more ups than it is downs. And if it ever gets to the point to where it's more downs than ups, then Dan's out. Because I only do this so I can have extra money. I can, pull out. My gambling account's like a savings account, honestly. I just have it, and if I ever need cash, I can go there and get it because I know I'm going to get it right back. Mm-hmm. Dan has been doing this a long fucking time. And I'm in the game, and I've been in the game for a long time, and I'll continue to be in the game for as long as I'm profitable, and that's it. But I'm always looking for ways to make my profit more. So as a dude that's focused on making as much profit as possible, the real onus for you should just be, hey, how can I get more profitable? How can I make more fucking money? Like, that's the biggest thing.
And it's funny too, because we're the two sides of the same coin, and the token that, like, when I tell you to tail me, you mitigate the risk prop wise or like odds wise, and when you tell me to tail you, I mitigate the risk financially, which is funny. So I'll start tweaking your shit too, which I probably shouldn't. But Eric Hill says, why did you take Hero? So this was one of those picks that it's not a homer pick, but I am a Heat fan, and a lot kind of coincides with it. So one, Hero was injured for a majority of the season, and he's about 7 or 8 games back into playing. And I saw last game, watched him, that, okay, I'm starting to feel he's fully healthy. He is a huge Devin Booker super fan. And when he was growing up, he liked Devin Booker a lot, and he kind of resembles his play style. Every time he plays the Suns, he goes very try hard. Doesn't always correlate to the points, but watching him, he tries his ass off against the Suns. I think 25 points is something that's Tyler Hero, especially healthy. We need him to do 1, and 2, he would do often for us, especially when Jimmy Butler was here. So I know he's capable of it. Plus money. I was building a little bit of a plus money parlay. I like the matchup, like the spot, like how long he's been back after coming off an injury, and I think he's going to go off tonight. So that's.
And I do think, and here's my thing, especially with this play, Rocky Prop is an avid Heat fan. He watches the games. I think that you can have all the models in the world, but if you know a team and you know the team well, and you have watched them play shitty teams, good teams, bad teams, whatever, phenomenal teams, he knows every inch of the team, just in general. He knows who's going to pop off, what matchups are better for those people. And if he looks at a Heat, I'm more inclined to take his Heat shit than I am anything else, because I know he watches the Heat night in and night fucking out. Like, that's just as simple as that. So if he says Hero is going to get 15, I think he's going to get 15. If he says he's going to get 25, I would assume that he's going to get 25.
He's easily capable of getting 25. And then also our highest point scorer on the season, his name is Norman Powell, is day-to-day banged up. He's playing tonight, but not fully healthy. I think we're going to kind of lean on him a lot. And we also need a win as well. So he's got to put up some points. 25 is easy, especially when he's healthy. He's just getting back into it. So that's why I think the line's so low, or at least why it's plus money. I think that would be about his line. And pause about him knowing every inch of them. Yeah, I know every inch of them, boys.
Guy's hiding from the beating. That's what he's doing. He's hiding like a little bitch.
He's courtside at a college basketball game right now.
He's hiding. He booked that fucking ticket knowing that the Eagles were not going to win.
Smart play. Honestly, well played.
Honestly, great play. When I don't show up next Tuesday, if the Bills lose, you'll know why. I'm just pulling a play out of fucking Bry's playbook there. A play out of old Evan Petullo's offensive fucking play calling right there, buddy.
It's just gonna be me. Like, do you guys like minus 400 prop betting? Welcome to Rocky's degenerate fucking live stream. But gentlemen, we have went over the previous games this past week for the NFL, talked about some sports betting fucking topics, and then we also took the picks for our games coming up this week minus Bry. Dan and I both like the Bills to beat Denver. We both like Seattle to beat, where are they playing?
Niners.
The Niners.
Yep.
Dan took the Texans. I took the Pats. And there was one more game I think we missed, actually, before we run.
Did we?
The Bears and...
Oh, shit. Rams.
Rams. I'm taking the Rams.
Yeah, hard not to... I don't know. I feel like just off the bat...
Yeah, honestly, it wasn't as easy to pick as I thought it was. Yeah, I might lean towards Chicago too, but we'll discuss that further on our Friday stream. I think
the Rams are the right side, right?
I do too, but is it Caleb time?
It might be Caleb. Who knows? Like I don't know, but just if we're not breaking it down, we're just giving our preliminary picks here. I think I'll take the Rams. I'll take the Rams, the Hawks, the Bills, and the Texans. I think those are my picks. So.
All right, gentlemen. So next
we'll
time,
tighten them up, though. We have time.
We'll definitely tighten them up. Join the fucking Discord Free picks. We're hot. It's in the description. It's
And
good
I gotta
banter.
say, it's nice to see Rocky Prop throw up a couple parlays, and we got multiple people going, "Hey, fucking, I'm tailing." It's fun. We're
love
in.
it.
Yeah, it's
I
always
love it.
good. And I will say, of the gambling chats, we have very sharp, regular bettors in there. Lilitz puts out great
Lilitz
shit.
is
Shadows has been putting out some good shit. I feel like we've got some people. We got some people in there that give out picks that are pretty fucking good. And I don't care if Stafford's banged up at all. Can the Bears fucking stop that offense? I don't think they can. I think that's really where it's at. Stafford could have half a hand. He's the guy that he reminds me of Josh Allen. He got the shit kicked out of him in Detroit for years and years and years, played through all of it. He's gonna play. He's gonna play fucking well. So that's as simple as that. That's my opinion. Ooh, Trader says Bills, Seahawks, Bears, and Texans. Okay.
That's a ticket. That's a ticket right there. I don't know. Outside cold weather, good pass rush. It might be a long day for Stafford. Jump in the press box at 9 p.m. on our channel. Definitely try to be there, brother. Do got some things going on. Always believed in the Bills.
Shut up, Lilitz, you piece of shit. Yeah, no, you didn't. You're a fucking cocksucker.
Yeah, you know my favorite thing is though about the Discord is I got some colleagues that I work with and some people that I know that I kind of put onto the Discord, and they'll be like, I knew a lot of people that would run to Twitter to get their picks if they didn't know much about sports and they wanted a sports bet, and they'd follow all these fucking idiots that are like, oh, join my Discord and have to pay for it, or take our free picks on fucking Twitter that'll be like, I got fucking Giannis to get 5 points tonight. Or
yeah,
like
they all post like the prize picks over half.
Yeah, it's like okay, cool, thanks. And it's cool to be like, I'm around people who are like, yeah, no, I saw you hitting the Discord, or oh, I told my boy to join the Discord, or check out, like we're in the Discord seeing all the picks, and like it's good banter. So guys,
fucking nice, dude. It's nice. We got a little bit of juice coming into this fucking off season. I like
the best part is if you want to fucking tail any of the shit we give out or just build your own shit, you can go to Dabble and use promo code Double Down Dan. So say if Rocky puts out his $25 tickets to win fucking 300 because he fucking, he likes the crazy props. Well, they've been hitting, and you could have gotten you could have turned $0 into more than $325.
And you don't have to deposit to pull it out, by the way. You just pull it out. So get on Dabble. Also, boys, it helps us too. All right.
Yeah.
It helps us, helps you get free money, give us a little bit of fucking juice. And hopefully not, we get more. Let's get a sports book. We got to get a fucking
we got to get a little sports book sponsor.
Dog.
That, and lastly, chat, please, we love y'all so much, and we've been doing this show for fucking the past 2 years. Like the stream, please. Helps us so much. Helps us so much. We used to stream to nobody. Y'all have been rocking out in the chat. Appreciate each and every one of you. Send it to some friends, do whatever y'all want to do. But this is Degen Fantasy. We love y'all. We'll be back with Bry on Friday. If you want to berate him, just make sure you're here Friday, 6 p.m., and you can come do that.
Get ready.
So we love
you. Get ready, Bry. I'm coming for you, baby.
Yeah, the money calling, bitch, I'm up. Yeah, the money calling, hit me up. Yeah, the money calling, bitch, I'm up. Yeah, the money calling, hit me up. Ayy, cyber with the truck. Ayy, bitch, I'm money thumbing, eating pasta with